Was I a bad dad because I had my daughter so young? What's up? My name's Albert. Welcome back to the channel. I'm gonna tell you my experience on being a dad at 20. My daughter's now 29, so I've been her dad for 29 years, plus the 9 months that she was in the oven. She was born, I was 20. A few weeks later, I turned 21. Was I scared? You better believe it. But I didn't start off scared. I was more like surprised at the beginning. But like one of my uncles said, but you didn't think it was going to happen with the activities you were taking part in? I was like, well, yeah, I guess so. You know, it wasn't no surprise. I knew what I was up against. Quit playing when you say, oh my gosh, I didn't know it was going to happen. It just showed up. You knew you were having sex. Come on. And then on top of that, unprotected sex? Like, hello? Wow, I guess I'm going to be a dad, you know? For sure. I'm going to step up. I'm going to be a dad. She's going to know who I am. She's going to be taken care of. It's going to be cool. But then, this is where doubt started kicking in. When I started getting input from others, everything was, oh my God, what are you going to do? Oh, Albert, you're so young. What'd your parents say? Oh my God, like, you're so young. What do you plan to do? What were you thinking? Like, well, you really know what I was thinking? All this. And you can imagine. And if you're going through it right now, I know what you're going through, especially if you're 20. I know exactly what you're going through. This didn't happen to me at 16 or 15 or 13 or 18 or whatever. I was 20. I can only tell you what I experienced. And that's when fear started kicking in, because like, oh my gosh, you're right. At the time I was going to college, ITT Tech. It's like a 2.5 year program, 3 year. I can't remember. What am I going to do? That worry was like 10x'd onto me by the grown-ups around me. It's funny because I say grown-ups, but let me remind you how old I was. 20. At 18, you're considered an adult. At 21, you're like an adult. That's like the cosign. That's like the second checkbox mark. Like, okay, yeah, now you can buy beer, I guess. But yet still, at the time, the grown-ups are saying this. It's like, I was a grown-up. I didn't realize it. I had always a mentality that I was always the young one that doesn't know anything. That what are you doing? Like, you're so lost. You're not up to par with what you're supposed to be doing. As far as like, at this age you should do this. At this age you should do that. You should have good grades. You should have good that. You shouldn't get your girlfriend pregnant. I was doing the opposite of everything. Kind of the weird one. All the grown-ups, I even feel silly saying it like that, but you might be feeling the same thing. The older folks, the elders, were shoving into my head like, you messed up. What are you gonna do? What's gonna happen in the future? What kind of life is that baby gonna have? Fuck, all this was starting to mess with me. Like, I did mess up. And that turned into, I'm such a disappointment. Fuck, that part right there fucked me up big time for quite a few months. Don't wish that feeling on anybody. The feeling of disappointment, I disappointed everyone that loves me, was pretty a messed up feeling. That's probably the lowest I've been in as far as like emotional feeling. And of course I didn't have the wisdom that I have now about stop playing the victim. You're a grown-ass youngster. You're young, but you're a full-on adult. Toughen up, buttercup. Yeah, who cares what anybody else is saying? Literally, they're not having it. They didn't do it. So it's fear. Everybody was scared of what others were gonna say. You're worried about what's gonna be the future of the baby. The future of what's people gonna say. What's the community gonna say? What's the relatives gonna say? That's really what it was. And it messed me up though. It made me feel so low. So what did I do? What am I'm bringing a child into this life and I can't even, fill in the blank. What was it? I can't even what everyone was telling me I couldn't even do. I was listening to all the outside sources of what I wasn't gonna be able to do. I wasn't gonna be able to give a good life. I wasn't gonna be able to provide. I wasn't gonna be able to be I was just an irresponsible kid. Now, whether or not that was their intention, but that's how I filtered it. And it comes back to what I've talked about here before. Is like, that's because your friend Albert here had no confidence. Why did I have no confidence? Come to find out, come to learn. That's what I'm spitting here all the time. It's because I had no discipline. Had I had a high level of discipline and I was in that same situation, it'd be like, perfect, just great. Let's handle it. What's next? What needs to get done? Let's make sure this is taken care of, this is taken care of, this is taken care of. But I had such low discipline and no confidence. I was able to be manipulated by my emotions, my ego, what other people would say. I was behaving in a way that was just like dumb, pleasure chasing, instant gratification. I was almost kind of like, fuck it, I'm the biggest loser, failure, disappointment anyways. And it was months like that. It was horrible. I'm here to tell you that if you're in that situation, look at everything. One, everything's going to be fine. Unless you stay in a place where you have low discipline and no confidence. Once I kind of like, hey, wait a minute. I shook it off as like, watch this. It's going to happen. It's not a, what are you going to do? Well, shit, I don't know. Let's let 29 years go by and I'll let you know what's happening in 29 years. I'm making videos about it, letting you know that you're going to be a great dad. Do your best with what you know and what you got. Start working on yourself. It's exactly what I did. Yeah, it took a big old period of time. Had I been doing all this that I'm doing right now back then, fuck, it would have been way better. But even then, not knowing what I know now, the wisdom that I've gotten, the self-improvement, the personal development, I didn't do it till later. And recently, the biggest breakthrough I had was just less than 2 years ago. Okay, you can't take back the time. You can't go back and do it then. I get it, and that was part of my journey. I had to go through that. But even then, I still did my best. I did a bunch of people-pleasing, which was like, now I smack my head, like, why did I do that? People-pleasing, and still with that sense of, I'm such a disappointment. Let me kiss as much ass as possible to all the people that love me and support me. I do everything I can to kiss ass and do things for them so I can make up for that disappointment, so I could have them be a little bit proud of me and a little bit like, hey, he's all right. He's doing good. At the cost of ignoring even the actual baby that came out of this. Not ignoring, but just like my attention was more like, no, gotta people please all the people that thought I wasn't gonna do good, that I was going to be a horrible father. Let's make sure that now I'm doing a bunch of stuff for them and keeping them happy and keeping them even just a little bit proud of me, so they don't think that I'm as much as a loser as they thought I was gonna be. Forget about that shit, man. You do the best at being you. Start working on yourself. The relationship, start working day one while it's in the womb. Build a relationship with that little one that you got in the oven. It's gonna be fine. You're gonna do great if you focus on doing great. Stop listening to what others are gonna say. Whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. You have control of you and the decisions that you're making and the quality of fatherism that you're gonna provide wherever you're at. I could tell you today that I wish somebody would have had all this breakthrough for me back then, but they didn't, and I still did all right. I'm providing a great example for them now. Even that little baby that was in the womb back then, now she's 29 and she's, watching me wiggle and move, and I see her doing her best as she's starting to do self-improvement as well and doing a great job at it. Maximum. At Lindsay Starbies. Go check her out at Starbies. I'll link her channel down below. She's doing great. Super proud of her. Her accomplishments are incredible. I learn from her. She gives me advice. So it's going to be fine. Little secret sauce right here, little pro tip. Start working on yourself. Ask questions here. How can I start working on myself? What's all this about self-improvement? Basically becoming the version of you that you respect and admire. That's who I am right now. The moment you start, you're already successful. That way, when that baby comes out of the womb, the first dad she sees is a successful dad, because you're already working on yourself. Don't worry about what anybody else says. Worry about what you say. And the way you feel about you is the way everybody feels about you, because the world is a mirror. It's not a window. If you got any questions, hit me up. Subscribe for more. You want to kick it, become homies, then make sure you subscribe. Want to help out the channel, hit the thumbs up. Get at you on the next one.